Dude, my kids will eat it. That is quite the name.
Pulvermacher. Oy, such a Pulvermacher. It's that kind of name. Did you say it's a long list? That's what I think every week.
It's because I'll be meaty.
It's just going to get longer. The Jewish people are going to have to come to a reckoning where they're like, do we just continue to add?
Well, so
we have members only, right?
Yes. And when they leave the temple, we stop them. I think community lists have people. How do you say this? The who?
You can if you'd like to.
Is this not? It's like a
Especially it's like when you're listening on an iPad or whatever.
Lisa, I might go over and put my hand on Francis's head while I can take my microphone with me. Thank you. Don't you love being like stuck right in the middle of us like this?
The bar is pretty high.
We expect participation.
Yeah, he's so cool. He's a good friend of ours. His wife and I.
Oh, you know what? There might be a...
Oh, Spencer-Shapiro might be saving the day.
Where was that? Oh.
And he had it go and he was doing his own original thing initially.
Yeah.
He had his whole storyline about him.
Oh, as the bass player?
As the bass player.
That's pretty cool.
And I think he was in the final. Pretty sad. Okay, quite and like Zappa's legal pad is in there. And some of the other, members.
Like we did on the...
You gonna sit there?
Yeah, but
Lie down.
We have a Koji photo from when I first and we took like a funny one after,
Yeah.
and it's all of us in front of the Arctic laser, and David like was laying on the floor.
Do you like those movies? They're the best.
I can tell who the beauty people are because they have middle
I
names.
love it.
We got rid of all the middle names. They don't follow names.
Goddamn.
We got rid of all.
It's so funny. I think
No, it's not. It's a, yeah, I've seen it. It's a, hi. It's Swedish.
All right, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So wonderful to see you all. We've
Shabbat
made
Shalom.
it through another week, and we can all come together as our beautiful Wilshire Boulevard Temple community to celebrate the beauty of Shabbat, as well as some B'nai Mitzvah that we have happening at our temple this weekend. We're going to begin with the words of Zamru Ladonai, that we are going to sing to God with all of the instruments, all of our voices, because it is Shabbat. We are on page 16. Zamru Ladonai, Zamru Ladonai Peicott, Zamru Ladonai Peicott vekol zimra. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Zamru Ladonai bechinor, bechinor vekol zimra. בחצוצרות וקול שופר, הריעו לפני המלך אדוני. יאי לי לי, יאי לי 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 לי, יאי לי 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 לי.
Again, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So wonderful to all be here together, those of us who are here in person, and so wonderful also to be in so many homes tonight. Something special about being welcomed, I think, into your home to celebrate Shabbat, to welcome Shabbat. Take just a minute before we continue with some more beautiful music to just double check. Those of you who are in the room, double check that your cell phones are turned off so that we can just be present in these beautiful, restful moments of Shabbat. Those of you at home, please leave your devices on. Otherwise, this isn't going to go so well.
That joke never gets old during the pandemic.
It
just
really doesn't. It really, really doesn't. With that, we're going to turn to page 10 for the words of Hine Matov. How good, how really, really good it is that we can all celebrate Shabbat together.
Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
How good it is,
How good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is to be together on this day.
how good it is,
How good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
how good it is,
How good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is to be together on this day.
how good it is,
How good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Let's take a moment, turn to someone hopefully sitting near you, someone preferably whose car you didn't come here in, and introduce yourself to them. Wish them a Shabbat Shalom. Kerith's mic she's not at the monitor, but I can't hear it all.
Beautiful. We're going to continue to welcome in Shabbat with the lighting of our Shabbat candles. We have two very special B'nai Mitzvah who are here with their families. So we are going to invite Benjamin and Hudson up with their families to help us bring in the light of Shabbat. Bring your families, family activity, mom, dad, siblings. Grandparents, if you want.
You got enough you're doing on your own tomorrow.
You can go, one of you, you're going to light a set of candles, each of you, yeah.
Okay, so you guys can go ahead and light your Shabbat candles. And the rest of us will bring in that light of Shabbat 3 times as we join together in our blessing for the Shabbat candles. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu Shabbat Shalom, everyone. You
Shabbat
guys can go ahead and
Shalom.
take your seats. We're going to continue with the words of L'chadodi. We welcome in Shabbat as if it's this beautiful bride that has arrived, taken our breath away. We're going to do verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, which you can find on page 20. And on that 9th verse, we are going to rise and turn to face the doorways as we would in a wedding, as we welcome in Shabbat like the beautiful bride that she is. So again, we're on page 20 with L'chadodi, verses 1, 2, 5, and 9.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, ושמו תפארת ולתחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי אם הכל הברכה, נראש מקדם לסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, אורי אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Remain standing. We turn to page 28 for Baruch.
ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed Le'olam va'ed Ya la 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 Ya la 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 la
Ya la
La la la Ya la la la.
We can have a seat. So the Hebrew word for Jew is Yehudi, and it comes from the Hebrew word hodah, which literally means to be grateful, to give thanks. So baked into the DNA of the Jewish people is this idea of being grateful, of giving thanks. I teach first grade on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and I had a whole conversation with our first graders this week about whether or not Thanksgiving is a Jewish holiday. And about half of them raised their hands and said, yes, Rabbi, it's a Jewish holiday. The other half said, absolutely not, no, it's not. And my response to them was, you're right. For two reasons. For this idea, I think, that expressing gratitude, which Thanksgiving is all about, is such a fundamental piece of Judaism. That's why we have so many blessings, so that we count them. And that it just sort of feels Jewish, right? A friend of mine who's a rabbi tells this story about his young son sitting at the Thanksgiving table, and they're about to dig into their delicious turkey. And he says, well, Dad, we forgot to do Kiddush and Motzi and light candles. Because it kind of just feels like a big Shabbat dinner. And it kind of just feels like a Passover Seder, except without the matzah, right? So yes, Thanksgiving, I think, in many ways is so Jewish without being Jewish at all. Because what could be more Jewish than being grateful, than giving thanks? So a little homework here. Take just a minute as we bring this week to a close to call to mind something that you're grateful for. Something that you appreciate, something that you want to carry with you into Shabbat. And if you're so inclined as to share, feel free to raise your hand, and we'll listen to a few as we sort of express our gratitude together. So I saw a hand right here. 52 years, amazing. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Anybody else? Cantor Peicott, what are you grateful for?
I am grateful for my family, for my husband and my son and my parents and our in-laws, and that so many of us live so close, and that we're able to have the blessing of our family each and every day, literally every day.
You said in-laws because you knew they were watching, right?
Hi, guys.
Just kidding. Right over here. For friends, beautiful.
Nice.
Oh, I see a little hand up.
Mazel tov.
Super exciting. Super exciting. Mazel tov. You only have 52 years to go. Anybody else? So whether we share it or not, let's hold on to those things that we're grateful for as we enjoy Shabbat.
So we're going to hold on to that feeling of gratitude and that oneness that we feel when we have blessings for all of the different amazing things that are around us, the people in our lives. And we're going to ask you all to rise as we prepare to recite the watchword of our people, the words of the Shema, that really say that we are all connected as one.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
You may be seated. We're going to invite our B'nai Mitzvah, Benjamin and Hudson, up to lead us in the chanting of Ve'ahavta, which you can all follow along with on page 36.
Do you want me to count you guys off?
Page 36, gentlemen.
1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, you can take it off. Yeah, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3.
Asher Anochi Metzalecha Hayom al levavecha Veshinanta al levanecha Vedibarta ba'am Veshitecha bebetecha Ulechecha baderech Ushochecha uvekomecha Ushartam leot al yadecha, vehayu letotafot bein einecha. Uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uvisharecha. Leman tizkeru, v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'tietem kedoshim lelechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher Hotzeitem Me'eretz Mitzrayim Lehayot Lachem Elohim Ani Adonai
We'll turn now to page 40, join together in our song of freedom, our song of redemption, Mi Chamocha.
משה ומרים זה אלינו ואמרו אדוני אדוני אלוהים לעולם לעולם אדוני אדוני אלוהים לעולם בעד יא אליי
Continue on page 42 with Hashkivenu that asks God to spread a Sukkot Shalom, a shelter of peace over us and those we love.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be life's shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, leshalom.
Ve'ha'amidenu shomreinu lechayim ufros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom leshalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our We're going to continue with the words of the Shamru, words that are literally taken from Torah, in which we, as the children of Israel, B'nai Yisrael, we agree that not only were we just freed from Egypt to do whatever it was that we wanted, but we were free to follow a very certain set of guidelines called mitzvot. And one of the most important mitzvot we have is, newsflash, you're all doing it right now. So good job. We are all celebrating Shabbat. That is one of our commandments, that we will always observe and keep Shabbat. So Vishamru is on page 44.
Shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Shabbos la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת שבס לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם אותי לעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם וביום השביעי שבת וינפש שבת וינפש שבת וינפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We'll turn now to page 46. We'll invite our B'nai Mitzvah up to lead us in the Amidah, and we'll all rise.
Adonai Sefatai Tiftaf Ufia Gitehilateha Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu V'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzhak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor Ve'anora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Hasdeya Avot Vehimaot, Umegei Ulam Livnei V'neihem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah. Ata Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Ata, Rav LeHoshia, Mashiv HaRuach, Umorid HaGashem, Mechaye El Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somek Noflim Berofei Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishnei Afar, Micha Mocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umidomela, Melech Memit, Umekayem, Umatmiya Yeshua. Ne'eman ata l'hahayot hakol, Baruch ata Adonai, Mechayeh hakol.
Continue with the remainder of our Amidah silently through page 62, either with the words on the pages of the prayer book or the words of our hearts. We take a moment amidst our joy and our celebration on this Shabbat to think of loved ones and family members who are in need of healing, in need of wholeness. And in a moment on page 253, we'll offer Amisha Berach a prayer of healing for them. So if you're thinking of someone tonight who could use a bit of wholeness, a bit of healing, I invite you to rise at this time, and as my eyes meet yours, to share that name aloud.
Dear God of our ancestors,
Dear God of our ancestors,
Help us renew our faith.
Help us renew our faith.
Grant us a perfect healing.
Grant us a perfect healing.
Bring peace to all our days.
Bring peace to all our days. Refana la, refana la, restore our strength of body.
Restore our strength of body.
Help clarify our minds.
Help clarify our minds.
Refresh our tired spirits.
Refresh our tired spirit.
Rejuvenate our lives.
Rejuvenate our lives.
Refana la, refana la, Thank you for all these blessings.
Thank you for all these blessings.
Throughout our days and nights.
Throughout our days and nights.
We celebrate the journey.
We celebrate the journey.
This precious gift of life.
This precious gift of life.
Refana la, refana la,
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
There's an old story about a man who goes to his rabbi looking for advice. Back in the good old days, goes to his rabbi looking for advice. He says, "Rabbi, I don't know what to do. You have to help me. I don't have a lot. We live, my family, in a very, very small house. I'm a farmer." He said, "And there's so much noise in the house. I can't get a moment of peace and quiet. My wife, the kids, there's no space for me." The rabbi says, "Well, I think I can help you. You said you're a farm, right? Why don't you go home and take your cow, your dairy cow that's out back in the pasture, and bring it into the house with you. Bring it into the house with you and let it live in there with you and your wife and the kids. Come back and see me next Shabbat." So he goes home as his rabbi instructed him, brings the cow into the house, and the cow is mooing. Day after day, his wife is calling after the kids and asking him to do something, and he thinks, this is just horrific, not to mention the smell, not so fantastic. Goes back to the rabbi the next week. He says, "Rabbi, I'm sorry, I did exactly what you said with the cow, and it didn't work." He said, "I'm still cramped and miserable. I'm sorry." The rabbi says, "Okay, you have chickens, right?" He says, "Yes." He said, "Well, go out to the chicken coop and bring all of the chickens into the house and let them spend the week with you." The farmer's a bit skeptical, but the rabbi must know what he's doing. He goes home, goes out to the chicken coop, brings the chickens into the house. Chickens are scurrying around the house, clucking. The cow's still mooing. His children are still screaming. His wife is calling after them and nagging him about who knows what. And this goes on for the week. Man goes back to the rabbi, says, Rabbi, I did exactly what you said. I brought the chickens in too, and it did not help. It didn't fix my problem, Rabbi. You're supposed to have answers. The rabbi said, okay, I got one more thing for you then. Why don't you go home and bring the goat. Bring the goat into the house too. Come back and see me next week. The man goes home, brings the goat into the house. Now he's got the goat there, he's got the chickens there, the cow's still mooing. Now it really doesn't smell good in the house. His children are running around, his wife's calling after them, asking him to do this and that, and he can't even make it to Shabbat. He makes it one night, he goes back to the rabbi and says, Rabbi, I have to tell you, I'm very, very disappointed in you. He said, I came to you with a problem. I told you that my house is too small, it's too noisy, I don't have enough space, I'm going insane, and I did everything you told me, and if anything, Rabbi, you made my problem worse. He said, okay, do one more thing for me. Go home, put the goat back in the pasture, put the cow back in the pasture, put the chickens back in the chicken coop. Man goes home, he puts the goat back in the pasture, he puts the cow back in the pasture, he puts the chickens back in the chicken soup, and he walks inside, and his house had never been so quiet. And his house had never felt so spacious. And he sat down to a lovely Shabbat dinner, listening to his children laugh and talk about their days, their week, listening to his wife call after them and help him see how he could be helpful. So much of gratitude is really about perspective, what we choose to pay attention to. And so on this Shabbat, as we ease our way into Thanksgiving next week, let's all try to keep a perspective of gratitude, to count the many blessings that fill all of our lives.
So this is called Celebration Shabbat, which means that we have some things to celebrate. So during our Celebration Shabbat, anyone who during the month of November is having a birthday or a bar mitzvah or some kind
anniversary.
of simcha, an anniversary, 52 years, right? We invite you up to the bima because we want to celebrate your simcha, your joy as a community. So if you're celebrating anything, if you are just feeling super grateful, we want you to come on up to the bima because we want to hear what it is that you're celebrating. We want to give you a very special blessing. So come on up. I guess down.
Yeah.
Mazel tov.
Okay, so let me have you guys line up.
I'm gonna go up here.
Yeah, let's line up here. Sure. Hello. Okay, first let's hear what it is. We know we have two B'nai Mitzvah over here. What are you celebrating this month?
Birthday.
Birthday, and how old are you?
16.
16. Let's hear from the lovebirds.
Right. I've turned 80, and our anniversary is on the 30th, too.
52 years.
52 years, I love it. What are you celebrating?
My birthday.
When is your birthday, or is your birthday?
It was November 6th, but I'm going to be, I was 16. Yeah.
My birthday, which is on the 29th. Yeah, I was like, I'm forever 29, so.
I am too.
Birthday as well.
Birthday as well? When was your birthday, or when is your birthday?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Happy birthday.
Our wedding anniversary, 8 years.
8 years. Mazel tov. Beautiful. So we want to offer you guys a blessing that has been offered to our people for thousands of years. This is a blessing that comes to us from Torah, the words of the priestly blessing. Yavarechech Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and always keep you safe.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'choneka.
May God always smile at you and be very, very good to you.
יישא אדוני פניו אליך, וישם לך shalom.
May you always know that God is close, and may God grant you the greatest gift there is, a life in a world filled with peace. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And we're going to conclude that with the blessing of the Shehechianu. We thank God for giving us life, for sustaining us, and for allowing each of you to reach this exact moment. We're going to need the help from you guys, too. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Go ahead and take your seat.
Shabbat shalom.
Just a few brief announcements before we begin to conclude this evening. First and foremost, Mazel Tov to Hudson and Ben. We know you're going to do beautifully, I should say, tomorrow, as you're called to the Torah as B'nai Mitzvah. So Mazel Tov to you and to your families. December 3rd, which is 2 weeks from tonight?
2 weeks.
2 weeks from tonight, we'll be in the midst of Hanukkah, and we have a special Hanukkah celebration service here at the university campus as well at the Glazer campus, 6:30, not to be missed. Also, a special thank you to our musicians tonight for uplifting us with such beautiful music. Ian, Sam, Lily, and Nick, and of course Susan. Thank you all so very much. Did I miss anything?
I think you got it all.
All right.
That was good.
With that, we'll turn our thoughts to sacred moments of Kaddish, to moments of memory, as we recall loved ones and family members, members of our community who are no longer with us. We'll begin by thinking of those for whom we're in a period of shloshim, those who have died during these past 30 days. As we call to mind Philip Bart Masser, Dennis Karen, Rena Rosa Elishar, Harriet Epport, Deborah Falcon, Harry Golden, Rona Goldstein, William Leisner, Shirley Lindy, Estelle Markowitz, Nicole Neiman, Estera Pulvermacher, Helen Walder Rogaway, Ronnie Vine, and Barbara Werlin. We add to their names the names of all those whose yahrzeits occurred during this past week. Alma Abrams, Sam Adlin, Sarah Nazarian Akhtarzad, Abe Alex, Leonard Altman, Betty Astor, Samuel Berkowitz, Thelma Berkowitz, Mary Berman, Bernice Bernstein, George Berries, Beatrice Blackman, Bloom Boville, Jack Broder, Rose Caspery, Maigun Chasen, Maurice Chayo, Florence Cohen, Judy Corman, Saul Cuttrow, Alvin Dishler, Anison Dreisen, Charles Engler, Francine Famian, William Fenning, Eli Fishman, Robert Frankel, Marion Freeling, Renee Bodwin Friedman, Alex Gardner, Charles Gelfand, Selma Gertis, Shirley Glick, Arnold Gold, Arthur Golden, Abraham Gordon, Edie Gordon, Lazarus Moses Gordon, Charlie Grace, David Greenberg, James Greenwald, Inez Grover, Carlota Gutworth, Toba Hakim, Jack Hirsch, Rose Honkowski, Francis Leesman, Margaret Jasny, David Carney, Zeev Carney, Rose Kaufman, Andrew David Kent, Lillian Koslow, Edward Lash, Herman Ira Lawrence, Charles Leonard Levin, Sylvia Lurie, Ruth Majofis, Gertrude Morantz, Edward Massey, Mildred Brick Mayer, Rita Medway, Robert Mendelson, Carol M. Miller, Jay Maloney, Emmanuel Morkey, Max Neiman, Arthur Pearl, Mary Prell, Spencer Pritikin, Fran Rappaport, Benjamin Rubin, Lester Riskin, Philip Riskin, Jack Robbins, Tilly Rolnick, Sheik Rodberg, Sanford Rosenbaum, Harry Rosenberg, Ruth Rosenberg, Elias Victor Rosenkrantz, Mildred Firth Rosenkrantz, Ann Rubin, Leah Sauter, Stanley Schlesinger, Morton Seidel, Rabbi Shalpid, James London Shandling, Bernard Bud Shields, Barbara Silvers, Isaac Skluth, Bessie Summer, Jack Stock, Walker Strauss, Beverly Vierney, Dee Weinberg, Wally Weisenberg, Blanche Weiner, Gerald Wilner, Frederick Wolf, Valeria Wolf, and Joan Zellickson. If there are names to add or a name that I've mispronounced, please feel free to add it at this time. We also call to mind those to whom we are grateful but do not know, those who have fallen defending the flags of the United States of America, the State of Israel, all the innocent victims of senseless terrorism and violence all over the world, and everyone who has no one to say Kaddish for them. Zichronam livracha, may their memories always be for a blessing. The Mourner's Kaddish is on page 294. We rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach chilutei ve'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agalau v'zman kariv imru. Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh. V'tadar v'taleh v'talal shemei d'kudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechema'ata. Ta'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
We conclude our service with a prayer for peace, the words of Oseh Shalom. Feel free to put your arms around your loved ones as we end in our prayer for peace. Oseh Shalom b'imromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Shabbat shalom,
Shabbat shalom,
everyone.
One announcement I did forget. All of our Choosing Judaism students who are here, we're going to join, welcome, and we're going to join together for Shabbat dinner just across the foyer. After we join with our B'nai Mitzvah and Kiddush and Motzi. So you guys come back up, bring your families back up, You're not done quite yet.
For the rest of us, we're on page 5 for those who want to follow along. You pick up your Kiddush cups. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu b'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat lechayim. Take a sip. Take a sip. And then we'll ask your families to uncover the beautiful challah that's in front of you as we join together in our motzi. Go ahead and lift it up. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. B'tei avon.
B'tei avon, everyone. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
He just called it the.
Hey.
Okay, Simon.